Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Beatrice Otis. So today I'll be talking about Nova Scotia Provincial Nominee Program. The more to like, share, subscribe, click on the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get on the video. Hi, YouTube channel, everybody. Welcome. So, just making sure I record for people on Anchor. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy new month. Welcome to the month of May. I believe we are still in the mid second quarter of 2021. And just want to remind my listeners, that this is the time to get on with your goals for the year and be very, 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 very aggressive with your goals because the year is going and before you know it's gonna be done. So enough about the new year. Let's get into what we have for today, which is the Nova Scotia provincial nominee. So I'm really sorry I didn't really premiere this on time. I have a lot of things going on, and I'm like, you know what? I mentioned I'm going to ensure that I put up all the Atlantic provinces. So this one is going to have like two parts. It's going to have like a part one. And the part one is going to be focusing on international students. And part two will be focusing on like other economic streams, other economic pathways. So such as for people who are like doctors, like physicians, and other streams as well. So its entirety would be mentioned in this slide. So please, people on Anchor, I would need you to go on YouTube. Thank you so much. I've seen that my subscribers did go from like 140 to jumped all over to 160 in 1 week. I am so grateful. Thank you. But if you can, go on Beatrice OT on YouTube and please subscribe, like, share with your friends. Please comment, click on the thumbs up. I want to see comments so I can know how I'm doing and I can improve and bring better information. So for people who are watching me on YouTube, you can actually see a slide right now. So why Nova Scotia? Why do you want to immigrate to Nova Scotia? So again, I will just go ahead and introduce the topic. It's Nova Scotia Provincial Nominee Program, and it's one of the Atlantic provinces. So if you have been following me previously in the past, you know that I have been buttressing about the 4 Atlantic provinces. I've done Prince Edward Island. Last week we did New Brunswick. Please do not want to go listen to that. Subscribe on my channel at Beatrice OT, like, share, and click on the thumbs up. And if you are unaware about the Atlantic provinces, I do a full video about that as well. So please go listen to it as well. I did Prince Edward Island, and this will be Nova Scotia. We have one more to go, but I have to do a part 2 for Nova Scotia because I just don't want to have everything voluminous. I want to keep my slides to 12. I want to ensure there's clarity, and then I will do part 2 so that people get to understand the entirety. So no rush. Okay, so why Nova Scotia? Why do we want to move to Nova Scotia? So like I said, this is part 1. We'll be doing part 2 next week. So I just want to talk about the fun facts for Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia actually has affordable housing. So the average housing in Nova Scotia as of June 2020, it's also on their official website, is $286, 227, $286,000, 227. So 286, 227. So that's $286,227. Sorry, I'm not saying it was $286,227. $286,227. So that's how much you can pay for a house in Nova Scotia compared to other provinces. This is very affordable. In Toronto, you'll be paying 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. Nova Scotia is $286,327. That is pretty affordable. And the capital city of Nova Scotia is Halifax. Contrary to popular beliefs, Nova Scotia isn't the coldest province. None of it is the coldest province. The average temperature is negative 15 degrees. So I just wanted to put that there. That's cool. That's cool. I know negative 15 is cold. That's the coldest. That's the average, by the way. It does get colder than that, but I just wanted to chip that in there. And Another great thing about Nova Scotia is the minimum wage. So, good news, as of April this year, 2021, the minimum wage went up to $12.95 per hour. Previously, it was sitting at $12.55. So, that's a good increase. And like I said, thinking that cent is small isn't small, because when you calculate it by annually, per annum, or quarterly, you're losing money on the table. So that's a lot. 95 cents. If you just subtract the cent and calculate it by 365, you see that that's a lot of money. So that's a good increase compared to New Brunswick. That's also a lot of money. So if you haven't watched the one for New Brunswick, please go listen to it. I will not talk about the minimum wage. I would only focus and buttress on Nova Scotia. Okay, and one good thing I love about this province is the fact that, and I'll also tell you guys fun facts, because you don't even pay any money for the provincial nomination. But one thing I love about this province is the fact that they are not like Ontario. You know me, I kind of like I'm not saying I'm narrow-minded towards Ontario, or I don't like Ontario. It's just that Ontario is very, very strict, and Ontario is extremely structured. And Ontario is expensive. It's very expensive. And everybody is populated as well. Everybody wants to reside in Ontario. So what they do is they close the stream, they open the stream. I feel like they're kind of like greedy in terms of who they need. They need to really need you for you to be in Ontario. But Nova Scotia have their streams open. And I love the fact that they conduct like draws meeting labor needs. So, and they don't really need like a high degree and stuff. Like if you have a high school diploma, it's good, but please get your degree. I'm not saying do not get a degree. It's better to get a degree and not need it than not have a degree and need it. Okay, so get a degree. So these are the fun facts about Nova Scotia. If you are on YouTube, you definitely are seeing my slides. So I'm gonna dive into the streams that are available in Nova Scotia, and like I mentioned, this particular video is only about international students, right? It's only going to be focused on international students. In upcoming videos, we will, so as of next week, we will dive into the other economic streams with Nova Scotia. The reason I'm keeping this to just international students is because of clarity. I don't want everything to be jammed together and there is no clarity and it looks all rushy and all jumbled together. So I want it to be clear. I want my slides to be clear. I want you to leave my channel well educated and having all the details and all the necessary information, and getting out of my channel with the sense of, oh, I know what she said. I can pick two or three things instead of everything jumbled all together. And after watching, you're even more confused than you came. No. So I want you to be well clarified about these pathways. And it's a very great province. I love the fact that it's not too cold, it's not too warm, and it has a lot of streams. And Nova Scotia has 8 programs compared to most provinces. Now that's a lot. That's a lot of programs. I know Ontario has quite a lot. Please go listen to. I'm not going to be mentioning other provinces because I did spend time and time again buttressing those provinces. I've done one for Ontario, I've done one for New Brunswick, I've done one for Prince Edward Island, I've done one for British Columbia, I've done one for Manitoba. So I will not start talking about them here. So please go on my channel, you would see those, okay? So we'll focus strictly on Nova Scotia, okay? So what are these programs? So the first one, they have a labor priority stream. And sorry for that spelling mistake there. Labor's priority stream has a specific eligibility requirement. So you want to check, and all link will be left in the description section below. Please do not to like, share, subscribe, click on the thumbs up. For people who are on Anchor, I will keep buttressing. Please go on YouTube and subscribe, okay? They also have the labor priority stream for physicians. So people who are doctors and who are extremely high skilled. They also have the physician stream itself for doctors as well. They have the entrepreneurial stream. They have the international student stream or the graduate stream. They have the skilled worker stream. They have the occupation in demand stream, and they have the Nova Scotia Express entry. So these are the 8 programs. But in this particular video, and like I promised, I will only talk about the student pathway. So the entrepreneurial pathway, the international student graduate pathway, the skilled worker pathway, and the express entry pathway for international students. Okay, so there's a lot of streams for international students, though it's not just structured to international graduates. So listen to the entire video for you to get the gist and know what these pathways are for international students. Do not want to subscribe like, share, click on the thumbs up. I woke up so early to ensure I get this video up for you guys. So I really would not like you guys to just watch and leave. Please do me want to subscribe. I do apologize for the noise. I'm trying to keep it low so you don't keep coming back for more. So this video will focus only on the student pathway. I know I said it on the slide as well. I just want to buttress that now. I did say in the slide, this video will focus on the student pathway, and the next video will dive deeper into other immigration pathway for Nova Scotia. And this is due to clarity purpose, right? It's just for clarity. I want my viewers, listeners, to be well clarified about the pathway so that they leave my channel understanding each specific pathway, right? So that things are not jumbled up in their brain. So what are the pathways a student, and it's not, when I say student, I mean an international student. So if you're an international student in Nova Scotia, or you intend to study in Canada, and you're looking at a province, I believe Nova Scotia is an easier province with the intention to immigrate in the future. So if your intention is to immigrate in the future, then Nova Scotia is for you. But if you want to study and go back to your home country, absolutely perfect, absolutely okay. So I will not force you to do what you want to do. Do what you want to do for yourself. The decision is entirely in your bosom. So what pathway can a student use? So a student can use the express entry via the Nova Scotia experience pathway. A student can use the skilled worker category pathway. A student can use Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. A student can use the International Graduate Entrepreneurial Pathway, okay? So this video will focus only on the student pathway, okay? So we'll start with the Nova Scotia Experience Program, Express Entry. This is Express Entry, okay, for students, eligibility criteria for students. So what are the eligibility requirements? All links will be left in the description section so you can go further and check via the Nova Scotia official provincial nominee online website. That way you're well clarified and you're not just listening to me and taking me for my words, but you can also go click on the link in the description. It takes you right away. I've already done the research for you. I will show you because there's so many websites out there. You want to be careful and ensure you're using the official website so you don't get scammed, okay? So all links will be left in the description section to take you to the accurate official website for Nova Scotia. So what do you need? Sorry about that, people. I thought my mic was here. So you need 1 year experience. 1 year experience is required for an international student under the Express Entry program from the Nova Scotia Experience Program. The student must be between the age of 21 to 55. So if your age is not within this, you're ineligible. If your experience is not 1 year yet, you're ineligible, or you can try other provinces. Please listen to my other videos on other provinces because there's a province who gives you 6 months instead of 1 year, okay? I'm not going to mention what the province is. Listen to my previous video. Thank you. You must have a high school diploma. So if you have your bachelor's or your master's, that will do. You must show proof of English language test. Now, CLB 7 is necessary for NOCODE O and A. NOCODE O is for managerial roles, A is for professional roles or requires a degree, and B is for skilled trade or apprenticeship. I have been buttressing this. I'm sure I've ingrained it into your heads. So for your proof of English language, you need CLB 7 for NOCODE O and A, and CLB 5 for NOCODE B. Now, the individual must register for the Federal Express Entry under the Federal Express Entry IRCC platform. So everybody must first create an Express Entry profile. And that Express Entry profile is created under the Federal Express Entry system. So when you go to canada.ca, you do that first because you need to get a job seeker validation code. You need to get your Express Entry profile number, which you will need when you are filling in the Nova Scotia online portal, okay? When you're filling in the Nova Scotia online portal, you will need those information. So you need to create an Express Entry profile under the Federal Express Entry system, okay? So ignore the Nova Scotia provincial nominee for now. You first go to the Federal Express Entry system. Please select Nova Scotia as your province of immigration, the province you want to go to. Now, I do encourage you not select it or select Nova Scotia and other provinces, just in case other provinces give you a notification of interest and to be safe, to save time as well. But you must, I repeat, you must create an Express Entry profile, okay, under the federal system with IRCC, like you would if you want to like submit your PMP, okay? So that is for the Express Entry System Experience Program for Nova Scotia for a student who is looking to immigrate to Canada via the Nova Scotia province, okay? Now, the skilled worker pathway. So there's another program for international students who are looking to immigrate to Canada via Nova Scotia. There's a skilled worker pathway, and these are the eligibility requirements. Please, I know I'm going a little bit fast. I'll try to slow down. But you can go back 2 or 3 slides where I mentioned the pathways an international student can utilize if they want to immigrate to Nova Scotia. So right now we're just going through those pathways eligibility requirements, otherwise known as eligibility criteria. So for skilled worker pathway, the student must be between age 21 to 55 years old of age. They must have a job offer. It must be full-time permanent. The student must also have a 1-year work experience in the related skill level. So low skilled, high skilled, or semi-skilled, they need a 1-year work experience, okay? And if you listen to previous, so 2 of my videos in Atlantic provinces, you already know what a high skill is. So people who have like professional degree and stuff. Semi-skilled is probably like a truck driver, and then low skilled is people who do busha and all that, okay? Now, the individual must also have 6 months work experience with the employer, okay? So they must have the 6 months work experience. So if you have a 1-year work experience in the related skill level, it's also good if you have like a 6 months work experience with the employer. So the person you also have the job offer with, it's great if you have a 6 months work experience with them, okay? It's part of the eligibility requirements. Now, individual must show proof of language, and the proof of language CLB 5 or lower. So if you go to the official website, it does say CLB 5 is for people who are, I believe, high skilled, and then low skilled is CLB 4, as well as semi-skilled. So all link will be left in the description section below. However, in this skilled worker category for students, you don't have to get CLB 7, okay? Just wanted to point that out. Individual must show proof of settlement fund that they can support themselves in Nova Scotia, okay? Okay, so now there's another pathway for students. And if you're looking at my slide, you see a beautiful hallway, and I love it. It's the entrepreneurial pathway for students. Now, this is for people who are rich and who want to buy a business in, well, everyone is rich. Let me not be sarcastic. I'm sorry for that. I don't want to make anybody feel inferior. I apologize. Please do not to subscribe, like, share, and click on the thumbs up, please. So for the entrepreneurial pathway for students, the student probably own a business, bought a business in Nova Scotia, and is continuously running it. What are the eligibility requirements? They must own the business for at least 1 year, and they've been continuously managing that business for 1 year. Okay, it has to be 1 year, and the Nova Scotia government wants to see that if you're going to apply on the entrepreneurial pathway. Now, remember, I just want to point this out before I continue. You do everything online. Everything is done in the Nova Scotia provincial nominee website online. So when you apply, you will see the different categories when you apply in the e-portal. It's going to tell you entrepreneurial pathways, percentage, skilled worker, and all that for international students, okay? And whichever one you meet, if you meet the entrepreneur, good for you. If you meet the skilled worker, good for you. If you meet the express entry, for the graduate, good for you. Let's go. So for the entrepreneurial pathway, the students must own a business for 1 year running continuously. They must have completed a 2 years full-time program in a designated learning institute in Nova Scotia, otherwise known as a university. The student must have a valid postgraduate work permit. Since they're opening a business and they want to see that you have a valid work permit, you can't just open a business without a work permit. They must have completed a language test score, and yes, the individual must obtain CLB 7 in all 4 categories: listening, speaking, writing, and reading. Listening, speaking, writing, and reading, you must get a CLB 7. CLB 7 is the Canadian language benchmark. So whether you're writing IELTS, CELP, TC, or TCF, I always encourage you to write IELTS or CELP, because those are the approved language test scores in Canada, Nova Scotia, because you will be in Canada. However, if you want to take TC or TCF, it's up to you. Just make sure you meet that Canadian language benchmark, which is 7. All links will be left in the description section for clarity purposes. Also, the individual must complete an expression of interest online in the online platform for Nova Scotia provincial nominee and receive an invitation to apply. And they will send you an invitation to apply to say, most times they will give it to you. I actually checked their previous draws and they always call the entrepreneur pilot to meet labor shortages. I'm sure you know by now that the government of Canada, all the provinces are looking to meet labor shortages and labor demands in Canada. That's the sole purpose of immigration. And Canada is ranked, like Canada is heavily built on immigration. Most people, they are immigrants. You're an immigrant, I'm an immigrant. So receive your invitation to apply, you're good to go, you get your PMP. Remember, you still have to go back to the Federal Express Entry System, fill in your information so that IRCC will make a decision when to get your permanent residence, okay? Okay, and then the last one here, it's the Atlantic Immigration Pilot. I'm gonna say something after this as well, I'll give you a moment. So please watch my previous video on the Atlantic Immigration Program to understand its entirety. In that video, I talked about all the Atlantic immigration programs. All you need to know, employer. So for I'm sure if you've listened to that video, you know the employer must be designated. Remember, as a student, you will come under the Atlantic International Graduates Program. Students must submit a settlement plan with the settlement services to the employer, and then they send their settlement plan to the employer. The employer submits an endorsement to the province. Now, the people who will accept this for the Atlantic Immigration Pilot is it's called the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration. For some reason, it's a little bit different because the Atlantic Immigration Pilot, remember the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program is an agreement with the federal government to meet labor shortages only in the Atlantic province, and Nova Scotia is an Atlantic province. So I just want to remind you, we've already done Prince Edward Island, we've done New Brunswick, and we're doing Nova Scotia. So just want to remove any confusion that may be. Now, once the student gets the endorsement from the province, they can now send their information back to the Federal Express Entry System, which they will come under PMP. Remember that it's like a complementary provincial nomination. Please listen to my previous video to understand its entirety, okay? So listen to the video on Atlantic Immigration Pilot, subscribe, like, share, please, okay? Okay, so there was one thing I was gonna mention, which I did not put on the slide for people who are watching on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. There is, so remember when we did like, so if we go back to the first slide, we talk about the 8 streams that Nova Scotia offers. There is one called the priority stream. Now, priority stream can also target international students. So if the labor shortage in Manitoba, they need like young professionals, which is international students, and you have your profile under the Express Entry System, they will send you like a letter of interest, right? As long as you have your Express Entry profile under the Federal Express Entry System. Oh, sorry about that. So I always buttress when you are intending to go to Canada, Nova Scotia is the province you want to go to, Ontario. Please do not just select only Nova Scotia, select other provinces, because Ontario can give you a notification of interest. Nova Scotia call it letter of interest. New Brunswick, Manitoba, everybody has what they call it. Although Manitoba is more structured to what you have to be in Manitoba and stuff. You have to get like a degree in Manitoba, you know, I call them the stingy province. However, do not just choose only Nova Scotia or only Ontario or only Saskatchewan. Wow, I think I'm tired. Yeah, it's pretty early today. So please, please, please choose other provinces so you want to speed up your permanent residency. Okay? So, how do you apply for Nova Scotia provincial nominee? So the big deal for Nova Scotia, now I'm back on the slide. Sorry, people, I'm back on the slide. I'm just gonna drink a little water. I wanna be normal. I don't wanna sound all structured and like that. I do get tired, so I'm human. So excuse me for a second, people on Anchor as well. Okay, sorry for the break in transmission. So how do you apply for Nova Scotia provincial nominee? So the big deal for Nova Scotia is you must create an express entry profile. So you know how you get your PMP and then you go to the Federal Express Entry System and submit your nomination? You first do that first so that you can meet one of those skills. So either Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Trade, Federal Skilled Worker, you have to meet one of those. So when you meet one of those, then they create they give you a job seeker validation codes, they give you your profile number and all that, yada, yada, yada. You know what that means, right? So that job seeker validation code will enable you to look for a job, especially for people who are coming on as a skilled worker, you need a job offer. However, you have to have 1 year experience already though in the skill, whatnot. But if you want to get a job offer, it's great to have that so you can search for a job via the job bank. Right? You need that job seeker validation code in order for you to search for a job via the job bank. And I love the job bank because it shows you other provinces. So let's keep going. We're at 25 minutes. I really wanted this to be short. So the big deal for Nova Scotia is you must have an express entry profile. You must get a letter of interest, also known as invitation to apply from the province of Nova Scotia. You must meet all the eligibility criteria. So whether you're coming under the skilled worker category, Atlantic Immigration Pilot category, Nova Scotia Experience on Express Entry category, you must meet the eligibility criteria or the labor priority stream. So there's something called labor priority stream, okay? The reason I didn't put it here is because when you get the experience, when you get the Nova Scotia experience, you're already coming under Express Entry. However, if the provincial government needs young professionals and you have that experience, they will give you a letter of interest via the Federal Express Entry system. Since you have information that you chose Nova Scotia, then once you get that letter of interest, you can go back to the Nova Scotia online portal and apply for your provincial nomination, okay? Now, the fun fact also, I know I should have included this on the beginning slide, is you pay $0 for the processing fee for Nova Scotia, $0. You don't pay anything. The only place you meet all the criteria, you submit your information, you don't have to pay them anything extra. It's $0. Isn't that cool? Now, they do have a Nova Scotia points grid. It's 67 points out of 100 points. It's pretty high compared to a New Brunswick as well as a Prince Edward Island, but that's what you have to meet. Just thought to keep that there. Okay, so we come to the end of the slide. I do apologize, this ran quite longer than I anticipated. So I talked about Nova Scotia, I talked about the fun fact, I talked about the immigration programs. Now this video only entailed those for students, and in the future I will dive deep into those the other economic programs. So next week we'll dive into the economic programs. I told you how to apply and the big deal. Remember, you have to create a Federal Express Entry profile. That's the big deal. Please subscribe on my channel. Where can you find me? You can subscribe on my channel on YouTube. I'm on Twitter at Beatrice Oti. I'm on LinkedIn at Beatrice Oti. I'm on Instagram at immigration_vlog. I just came back on Facebook, but I will be leaving again. So please do me well to like, share, subscribe, click on the thumbs up. I want to see you on the comment section. Thank you, people on YouTube, Facebook, Anchor. Now this is a new month for big goals. Go crush those goals. Like, share, subscribe, and congratulations. I believe you can immigrate to Canada if you believe so as well. Have a great day. Bye for now.